Hi, this is Ryder Keeping It Real, and we are reading through the Proverbs by reading the Proverb of the day. Today is November the 11th, 11/11. So we are reading the 11th Proverb, and I have commentary after reading this proverb this morning. Here we go. The Lord hates people who use dishonest scales. He is happy with honest weights. People who are proud will soon be disgraced. It is wiser to be modest. If you are good, you are guided by honesty. People who can't be trusted are destroyed by their own dishonesty. Riches will do you no good on the day you face death, but honesty can save your life. Honesty makes a good man's life easier, but a wicked man will cause his own downfall. Righteousness rescues the honest man, but someone who can't be trusted is trapped in his own greed. When a wicked man dies, his hope dies with him. Confidence placed in riches comes to nothing. The righteous are protected from trouble. It comes to the wicked instead. You can be ruined by the talk of godless people, but the wisdom of the righteous can save you. A city is happy when honest people have good fortune, and there are joyful shouts when wicked men die. A city becomes great when righteous men give it their blessing, but a city is brought to ruin by the words of the wicked. It is foolish to speak scornfully of others. If you are smart, you will keep quiet. No one who gossips can be trusted with a secret, but you can put confidence in someone who is trustworthy. A nation will fall if it has no guidance. Many advisors mean security. If you promise to pay a stranger's debt, you will regret it. You are better off if you don't get involved. A gracious lady is respected, but a woman without virtue is a disgrace. A lazy man will never have money, but an aggressive man will get rich. You do yourself favor when you're kind. If you are cruel, you only hurt yourself. Wicked people do not gain anything, but if you are right, you are certain to be rewarded. Anyone who is determined to do right will live, but anyone who insists on doing wrong will die. The Lord hates evil-minded people, but loves those who do right. You can be sure that evil men will be punished, but righteous men will escape. Beauty in a woman without good judgment is like a gold ring in a pig's snout. What good people want always results in good. When the wicked get what they want, everyone is angry. Some people spend their money freely, and some grow richer. Other people are cautious and yet grow poorer. Be generous, and you will be prosperous. Help others, and you will be helped. People curse a man who hoards grain, waiting for a higher price, but they praise the one who puts it up for sale. If your goals are good, you will be respected. But if you are looking for trouble, that is what you will get. Those who depend on their wealth will fall like the leaves of autumn, but the righteous will prosper like the leaves of summer. The man who brings trouble on his family will have nothing at the end. Foolish men will always be servants to the wise. Righteousness gives life, but violence takes it away. Those who are good are rewarded here on earth. So you can be sure that wicked and sinful people will be punished. So I read that this morning. First thing this morning, I read that. And as I was reading, I was thinking, what is that? What? I mean, it's like, no, I wish these proverbs that I was reading were true. But maybe I have to get to the end of my life and my life to be over for me to know they are true. But right now, they are not. It is like the righteous, the good people are suffering and have been suffering and maybe being punished, right? And the wicked people have been living the life of luxury. And I read that this morning and that was my thought. I'm keeping it real. My thought was like, I don't see it. I don't know what they're talking about. What are they talking about? You can keep being good, good, good. It ain't like things are changing. That's what I was thinking, right? Okay. So then I went through my day. And one of the things I had to do today was one of my clients could not print out a part of the application that he needed to sign. And these insurance companies are making it so difficult for people to get certain Medicare Advantage plans that they're not even putting it on an electronic platform for the agents. They're saying, no, you have to give us a paper application. They don't want the business. So they don't want the business because they're not making any money, as much money, right? So they're making it hard, but they have to offer the plans. I guess the government's making them. I don't know why. So I had to print out the application and meet my client. This was a client that I could tell didn't want me to meet at their house, right? Some clients don't for various reasons. And I was going to get an office back in the summer. Thank God I didn't get that. That would have been a time for them to meet me in my office. But it's like, I made a good decision, a wise decision not to get the office and pay the rent. So when I have to meet clients other places, I will go to Panera Bread because it's not far from my house. And it's a place where I can log on and do what I need to do. And so I got there at 12:30 when I said I was going to meet the client. And I had texted the client before. I had talked to the client before to say, yes, we're still on for 12:30. So I got there at about 12:20. They know me at this Panera Bread because this is where I come meet clients. So they know me. People that are there, they know me. So I had a busy day today. I had a lot. I probably had like 50 things on my list to do. People to call back, people to email, people to text, do something. It's a list of 50 things. So there's a lot always going on in my mind, right? But I said, no. I'm just going to be here in this moment at the Panera Bread. And every time I go to Panera Bread, it is, why are people at Panera Bread? I understand the people like me that are there working or meeting clients or using it as quote unquote an office. I don't understand everybody else there, right? The reason I don't understand everybody else there is because, it's, to me, it's like, you're eating sandwiches and soup, which I can make at home. So it's like, why are they spending money for that? I don't get it. And then I looked at the people. So I did a lot of people watching, and the people that were there looked like they just got out of bed, honestly. Like they just rolled over and got out of bed. It was different families there, but they kind of all looked the same. Like just getting out, getting a meal, not at home, I guess. Something to get out with their family and have a lunch. Okay. So I'm sitting there trying not to think about my list of 50 things. The client is late. It's now like 5 minutes after. And I'm like, oh, call the client. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on my way. Okay. And in the meantime, there's this guy. It's a white man. And he has this jacket on because it was kind of chilly today. And this jacket he had on was very, very, very expensive. I could tell. It was like a $500 jacket. It was that. You can see the quality of that material, right? And I just can notice him. He's wealthy. I can tell that, right? Tell he's wealthy. And so I've just kind of watched him the whole way. He's sitting by himself, eating Panera Bread. And he gets up and he leaves. And he goes to his car. It's a sports car, very expensive sports car. I can't remember the name of it. But he also sees somebody that he knows, and he stops, and they're driving by, and he goes over to their car and talks to them. Then he gets in his car. And so I thought about the rich man here in these Proverbs. And then my client who comes late, who is, he needs a chronic needs plan. He has a lot of health issues. I'd never met him before. He'd been my client on the marketplace for several years, and I have clients all over Virginia, so I never meet. But this just happened to be someone close by. So I met him for the first time. And, when he asked him to sign the document, he literally was shaking so bad it was hard for him to sign it. Chronic need, right? And I was sitting there like, why is it like this? This is the dichotomy of this one man who's struggling, trying to get health insurance. Yeah. And then you got this other guy who looks like he's living the life. I was like, why is it like this? You know what I mean? Why is it like this? Why are certain, so this right here says the value of righteousness. So I kept thinking, I really kept thinking, all these people who are good people, nice people, kind people, but they are struggling beyond belief. Are they not righteous? Then I thought, well, maybe it is at the end you find this out, where this is such a small period of time that this little 80 years is just this training ground for you to continue to be righteous, even if you are struggling your eyeballs out, right? And you're sitting up here, the other side is rich and living the life and luxurious and maybe wicked. And, trust and believe. I've been in many situations, so I know how people get their money. It's not always, it is legal, but it's not necessarily ethical, right? And, hey, some people just go with that. Some people go with it. They get their money. They get it. They live in large. They're okay with it. They can look at themselves in the eyes. It's no big deal. They let it roll. That's what it is, right? I don't know, guys. I was just like, when I read it this morning, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm not seeing that. That's not my experience. Not been my experience. I know the best people in the world and they're struggling. And then I know people that ain't about nothing and they living good. What? What is this about? What is this about? So anyways, I still don't know. What do you think? I mean, literally, when I just read that, with some of these things just makes perfect sense. It does. But it says the value of righteousness. And if you're righteous, I think it is, you got to see beyond this worldly stuff, right? And that does not mean that's success. You will still have some struggle. I don't know. At this point, we're almost there. I'm telling you, we're almost there. We started on Proverb 15. We're on Proverb 11. We've got 3 more to go, and we are going to be finished with reading the Proverbs. And it's like, okay, it is what it is. But right now, it's more to these Proverbs than what's on the paper, is what I can see. There's this hidden element to it, right? Because it's not verbatim. The good get good, the bad, evil things happen. Right? Nope. You got to be good and righteous no matter what's happening. And that is hard. But that's what it's asking us to do. That's what I got. Till next time, it's right at keeping it real.